Hello and welcome back to another Arkham Horror livestream. We have not done one of these in a while. We took a little bit of a break while over summer when I was doing a good bit of vacationing. But it's an exciting day. We're breaking open new cards. We are looking at a brand new campaign. We're actually running the Return to the Forgotten Age because I've heard that the Forgotten Age could be a little bit punishing. And so I got the suggestion to run the Return to, so we will be doing that. We're going to be doing a little bit of deck building today. It's going to be a full and exciting day. But let's dive into it. We are going to be playing a rogue and a survivor. I have already determined that I have not chosen what heroes we're going to use. Usually I like to choose one hero's investigator from the set that we are playing. So either the rogue or the survivor is probably going to come from the Forgotten Age, and then one outside of it that just allows us to get a lot of mileage out of some of the investigators that I didn't get to play before. Oh, I'm so pumped. So much new Arkham stuff. I love Arkham. I am ready to get demoralized because apparently that's what this expansion does to you. But let's just dive in. We do have a good bit on the agenda today, so we are just gonna jump right in and start looking at some cards. I think we're getting, what is it? Is it 5 new investigators probably? Oh my goodness. Okay, we got Leo Anderson up first. Leo is actually, this is not his debut on the channel. D20 played Leo Anderson through our Edge of the Earth expansion, or Edge of the Earth playthrough, and so I have seen Leo played. He's a 4/3/4/1. He says after your turn begins, play an ally asset, reducing its cost by 1. Then the star effect, you can search the top 3 cards of your deck for an ally asset and draw it. So all about the ally asset. A nice guardian for us there. I do want to play guardians again at some point. We've got his Mitch Brown, which is his ally. You have 2 additional ally slots, which can only be used to hold non-unique allies. So Mitch Brown hanging out with Leo here. And then Bought in Blood. Revelation, you must either discard an ally asset you control from play, or discard each ally asset from your hand. No assets are discarded by this effect. Shuffle this back into your deck. It's a little mean. Oh, that's totally not on camera. There we go. Nice. Cool. Ursula Downs. This is a debut for Ursula Downs on the channel. However, I am playing Ursula through a campaign off that I'm not streaming. So Ursula Downs is a 3/4/1/4. I think that she's one of the more powerful investigators that I've ever touched. So after you move to a location, we can take an investigate action. So you get that free action there, and she's all about moving around and exploring. Jake Williams is her signature card as well as an ally. And then the first time you move or investigate, you can perform. Each turn does not provoke attacks of opportunity. I have kind of built her in my campaign. She only has that one fight as an evade machine. So she's going out there, she's getting all the clues for everybody and then kind of evading. And then Call to the Unknown. This one's actually really annoying. Revelation, you put it into your play area at the beginning of your turn. Choose a location other than your location. If you did not successfully investigate that chosen location, take 2 horror and shuffle this back into your deck. And so it just requires you to get on the go and move. Alrighty, we got Finn Edwards. Now, Finn is a option for us to play starting today because he is a rogue. One brain, that's always a good sign. You really want to start out with that 1 brain, right? 4 book, 3 fight, 4. You can take an additional action during your turn, which can only be used to evade. Interesting. Okay. As a star effect, we get +1 for each exhausted enemy in play. If you succeed by 2 or more, you discover 1 at your location. Very cool. I'm going to dive a little bit more into him just because I'm kind of curious. Illicit cards level 0 to 5, rogue cards 0 to 3. So he actually can't go up to level 5 rogue cards. Neutral cards level, and then 5 other Seeker or Survivor cards. That's interesting. I like Finn. I'm hoping that that Finn is not, or this campaign is not as detrimental if you don't have a 5 in that stat, where Scarlet Keys, you really needed the 5 in your key stat because the tests were so high. I'm hoping that's not the case here. Finn, play only if there are no ready enemies at your location. Search either your discard pile or the top 9 cards of your deck for an illicit card and draw it. If you search your deck, shuffle smuggle goods into your deck. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. So you can just use this to tutor a ton of illicit cards. Speaking of illicit cards, he's got another signature card. This is fast, uses 3 ammo, and spend 1 ammo, fight, you get +2. If the attacked enemy is not engaged with you, deal +1 damage for the attack. That, I like the idea, and I've heard that, or it's been suggested to me that I should look into evading for this campaign. And so I'm kind of leaning towards Finn, but we'll see what the Survivor looks like. We got caught red-handed. Ready each enemy at your location or a connecting location. Each hunter enemy at a connecting location moves 1 location towards you. If no enemies moved, this shuffle this back into your deck. Oh my gosh, that's it's terrifying. Yeah, Father Mateo. Father Mateo is a 4/3/2/3. When an investigator reveals a auto-fail token, cancel the tokens and treat it as a star token instead. Limit once per game. That's really, really cool. As a star effect, you automatically succeed. After this test ends, either draw a card and gain a resource, or if it's your turn, you may take an additional action this turn. That's really, really sweet. Oh my gosh. Okay. Then we got the Codex of Ages coming at us for Father Mateo. 2-cost asset. You seal the star when you play this. You get +1 brain while there's a token sealed here. So he goes up to a 5 brain with this. And then when you would reveal a chaos token from the chaos bag, discard the Codex of Ages, resolve the star token that was sealed here as if it was just revealed from the chaos bag. Oh, well, that's cool. And Serpents of Yig. Pray, Father Mateo only. Hunter, search the chaos bag for the star chaos token and seal it on Serpents of Yig. Oh, that's mean. That's mean. And then here's the other option that we can play with today. This is Calvin Wright. 0000. Not a great start, honestly. You get +1 brain and +1 book for each horror on you, and you get +1 fight and evade for each damage on you. So he can go up to a 5 and everything. As a star effect, you either heal 1 damage or horror, or take 1 direct damage or direct horror. Nice. So survivor cards level 0 to 5, spirit cards level 0 to 3, neutral cards 0 to 5. Interesting. Interesting. Until the end of time. This is his asset. It's a 2/2. Direct damage and direct horror may be assigned to the end of time. Interesting. Okay. Voice of the Messenger. You choose to either take 1 direct damage and suffer 1 physical trauma. Take 1 direct horror and suffer 1 mental trauma. Well, that's brutal, because the trauma is those, you know, what comes and is you always start with that damage, which I guess does power up Calvin. Right off the bat, Finn is the one that I am leaning towards. I think that we're going to go with Finn. But if someone else has completely different idea from me, but I'm leaning towards Finn. Let's look at some of our cards. Those are our investigators that we got. Really cool stuff. Ursula Downs is really solid. Leo was really fun. Calvin is interesting. I'm wondering if anyone has had good success with playing Calvin, because he seems like he could be a little difficult, especially because you want him to have damage, and that just doesn't seem to be, I don't know. That's just not my play style. I'm a very safe player. Okay, we got a survival knife, item, weapon, melee. Fight, you get +1 for this attack. After an enemy attack deals damage to you during the enemy phase, exhaust, and you get to fight. So it's a reaction fight, which is really nice, saving you some action efficiency. Put him as a potential. Put him right there. Yeah. We got Venturer. Uses 3 supplies. Spend 1 supply and exhaust Venturer. Place 1 supply or ammo on an asset controlled by an investigator at your location. That's nice. That's really, really nice. The just the ability to soup up those big guns again. You got handcuffs. Handcuffs. If handcuffs is not attached to an enemy, evade. Use only on a humanoid enemy. Hey, B Snow. Thank you for the subscription. 16 months. How crazy is that? That's awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And starting a new campaign. Yeah, let's go. This evasion attempt uses your fists instead of feet. If you succeed, attach handcuffs to the just evaded enemy. The attached enemy is not elite. It cannot ready, and doom cannot be placed on it. That's cool. That's really cool. I'm wondering if there's some synergies that we could find. We opened up the level. There's a higher level that we opened up in one of the return to boxes. And I feel like there's some that feels like an exploitable card to me. We got Trusted, fast play only during your turn, attached to an ally asset. They get +1 health and +1 sanity. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Huh. That's fun. Scene of the Crime. This is a 2-cost event. Play only as your first action. Discover 1 clue at your location, 2 clues instead if there's an enemy at that location. This action does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Interesting. That could really help the Guardians. It feels like we're starting to get some cards that help out those characters for the lower player counts. There's so much that you need to do in Arkham, and so giving Guardians access to more ways to find clues, I feel like, is a really good way to do that. Second Wind. Play only as your first action. Heal 1 damage, 2 damage if you drew a treachery this round, then draw a card. That's fun. Take the Initiative. I like this. Skill card. 3 wilds. Commit to a skill test you're performing. It loses 1 for each action that is be completed by an investigator this phase. It's so interesting. There's so many of these, cards that want to be played first. Intrepid. If this skill test is successful, add Intrepid to your play area as an asset with the text. You get +1 book, +1 fight, and +1 feat. At the end of the round, you have to discard it, though. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I don't know. That seems very situational. I put one of these in the binder, and so I'm going to just go ahead and separate these out as we go. We've got Kerosene. Oh, geez. Look at that art. That art is so cool. With the empty kerosene in the foreground, but blacked out. That's cool. Uses 3 supplies. If an enemy was defeated at this location this round, exhaust kerosene and spend 1 supply. Heal up to 2 horror from among investigators and ally assets at your locations. I do not understand the theming of this card at all. That makes no sense to me from a theme perspective. Oh, it's okay, so it's horror. So I guess it's like you're like getting rid of the awful thing that you just witnessed. Okay. Reliable. Fast play only during your turn. Attached to an item asset you control. While resolving a triggered ability on the asset, you get +1 to each skill. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Huh. These are level 1 cards. Make a new row. That's really interesting. I like the idea of like grabbing like some big gun and just going to town with it. Marksmanship, fast play only when you activate a fight ability on a firearm or a ranged asset. This attack can target enemy at a connecting location. Ignore the aloof and retaliate keywords for this attack. If this attack succeeds, Against an enemy not engaged with you, he deals +1 damage. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. I see you. That's cool. That's cool. Got a level 2 card here. Well prepared. We can exhaust well prepared to choose a asset that we control. We get +X skill value for the test, where X is the number of matching skill icons on the chosen asset. Choose a asset you control. You get +X skill. Choose an asset you control. You get +X skill for this test. Is the number of matching skill icons on the chosen asset. I guess so. This is just a fast action that you can trigger, and you just, if you have a asset with 2 wilds on it, like if you have Charlie, or I don't think Charlie can run this card. No, he can. He can. That's interesting. A little confusing. Custom ammunition. The art is so cool. I like the lighting. They've done a really good job in the lighting on a lot of these cards. Fast play only during your turn. Attach to a firearm asset. Place 2 ammo on that asset. Limit 1 per asset. Attacks performed by the attached asset deal +1 damage against monster enemies. That's cool. Campaign specific, I guess. Hey, Lucas, how's it going? How you doing? Oh, we got Blood Eclipse. This is crazy art. We opened the upgraded version of this. Are you playing Finn and Calvin? So usually what I do is I pick one character from the box and one character not from the box. So I'm leaning towards Finn right now. Calvin seems anti my playstyle, which actually may be healthy and good for me to do. But Finn looked really interesting. So I also really enjoy the illicit stuff. I think that's pretty cool. But I don't have a survivor to pair with it yet. Blood Eclipse. As an additional cost to play Blood Eclipse, take up to 3 damage. Fight. The attack uses brain instead of fight. You get +1 brain and +1 damage for the attack for each damage taken. Crazy. Crazy. Oh. Level 4. Uses 8 ammo. Oh my gosh. That's a lot of ammo. 5 cost card. Spend 1 to 5 ammo. That's why you do it. You get +X for this attack. Instead of standard damage, it deals X damage, where X is the amount of ammo spent. That's cool. That's really, really cool. Finn is so cool. Evade is so important in this campaign. Yeah. That's what I've been hearing. Ugh. That's what I've been hearing. And I feel like that kind of leans into what he's trying to do. And so I thought that would be kind of fun. Any recommendations for a survivor? The only survivor I've played, so he's off limits, would be Duke. No, Pete. I guess technically Pete is the investigator, but not. It is actually Duke in my mind. Oh my gosh, we got Flamethrower. I want to play this card so bad. Look at this. That just looks fun. 4 cost, level 5 card, use 5 ammo, or 4 ammo. Spend an ammo, fight. The enemy chosen for this attack must be the enemy engaged with you with the highest fight. You get +4 fight for this attack. This attack is successful. Instead of its standard damage, you can assign up to 4 damage among enemies engaged with you. It takes up 2 hand slots and a body slot. That's crazy. Hey, 999999999. Coming from the one turn kill video, hoping to see an equally ridiculous Arkham play. Oh my gosh, if I could. Yeah, that one turn kill video was a ton of fun. I did a Star-Lord deck for one of the members over on YouTube who requested a Star-Lord Rush deck, and as I was playing, I tested it against Claw, Rhino, Crossbones, and then I started testing it against Drang, and I realized that I think I can push a one-turn kill against Drang. Turns out, it only took 4 tries. Wendy is super good. Min is a seeker, but she can take level 2 survivor cards, and William York is a great fighter. I've been wanting to play Wendy for a while. I may lean into Wendy. I'll have to relook at what she does because I never remember. But let's take a look at our secret cards. We're gonna set the rogue cards aside. We're gonna look at the rogue cards and these seeker cards, not seeker, rogue and survivor cards last, just so that they are a little bit more fresh in my mind because we are gonna be diving into deck building. So those are the rogue. We got our... There is so much content in these boxes. Like, it's pretty significant. Seeker, Dr. Ellie Horwitz. After she enters play, search the top 9 cards of your deck for a relic asset and attach it to her. Each relic asset attached to Dr. Horwitz does not take up any slots. It's still considered to be in play. Oh, that's cool. There's so many of these cards, like relics, illicits, firearms. There's so many of these traits that I just don't have the experience with Arkham Horror that that I wish I did, because it feels like there's so much that can go on with like the interactions between the cards. She's great with Ursula. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm playing Ursula in my other campaign and I don't have this card, so I wasn't aware of it, but it's funny. Tooth of Etzil. Mortal Reminder. You get +1 brain and +1 feet while resolving an ability on a treachery card. Then after you succeed at a skill test when resolving an ability on a treachery card, exhaust and draw a card. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I guess, okay, so I guess that's your main stats. Brain and feet are your main stats that are going to be used for your treachery cards, but it doesn't have to be one of those stats. It could be one of your other stats to resolve on the treachery card and you still get the card draw. Probably situationally useful with a campaign, situationally useful. Is the defense stats? Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think I've ever actually thought about it like that. Shrewd Analysis. Permanent limit 1 per deck. Anytime you upgrade a card with the unidentified or untranslated subtitle, you may upgrade a second copy of that card at no experience cost. If you do, the 2 upgraded versions are chosen at random from among the eligible options. That's funny. That's thematic. Shrewd Analysis. That's really funny. Hey, Weary Wizard, how you doing? Weary Warlord. I don't know why I called you Wizard. Weary Warlord, how you doing? Welcome. We got Vantage Point. I love this art. Like that corn maze, or that maze right there. That's so cool. Fast play after a location enters player revealed during an investigator turn. Until the end of the active investigator's turn, that location gets -1 shroud. Okay, you may move 1 clue to that location from any other location. That seems pretty good, especially with like Ursula, right? Where you're getting a free. Well, I actually don't know how the interaction there works. When is Fuse Countdown coming on the stage? Is Fuse Countdown a game? I'm not following. But Vantage Point, a solo game. Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, wait. Hold on. Actually, hold on. I think I just looked at this. Interesting. Oh, it's new. It's new. It's only 10 minutes. Nice. That's cool. I'll have to take a look at that. I'm always down for another solo game. But yeah, Vantage Point is interesting, especially if you are going to be, searching multiple times with like Ursula or something like that. But I like being able to move to 10-minute per attempt. Nice. um, Unearth the Ancients. Investigate. Choose a secret asset in your hand. The difficulty of this skill test is equal to the chosen asset's printed cost. If you succeed, instead of discovering clues, put the chosen asset into play. If that has the relic trait, draw a card. That's cool. I did not build my Ursula deck correctly. There's so many things that interact with relics that I just didn't consider. Persuasion. Choose a non-weakness humanoid enemy at your location in textbook 3. This text gets plus X, where X is that enemy's horror value. If you succeed, shuffle the chosen enemy into the encounter deck. The chosen enemy is elite, automatically invaded, and set that. Cool. Book plus X. X is the horror value. Horror value is what? Max 2, so it's going to be a 5. So it should be a pretty easy test to beat as a seeker. 2-cost event, truth from fiction. Play only if there's a clue on your location. Place 2 secrets on an asset you control. Nice. I do like these reload cards that kind of lean into a strategy, because one of the things that is just so sad is when you run out of those assets and you don't have anything to go. But truth from fiction. True understanding. Is this the guy that we got in the Scarlet Keys? Is this the same art from that guy? I don't remember what his name is, but I know he's a photographer. Commit only to a skill test from an ability printed on a scenario card. Okay. If the skill test is successful, discover 1 clue at your location. Cool. I love all the requirements. Okay, those are our new level 0 cards. Yes, Daryl. Thank you, Lucas. Yes. People have such a vast understanding of this game. Just like wow me, because I feel like I probably have this amount of understanding for like Marvel, but there just seems to be so many more cards. Daryl is a great survivor too. Ooh, I've heard really cool things about Daryl as well. There just seems to be so many more cards for Arkham for some reason. I'm gonna have to think about Daryl. We'll take a look here in a second. We got Ancient Stone. This is a relic. You can investigate. Your location gets +3 Shroud. If you succeed, discover 1 additional clue at your location. Discard this and record it that you have identified the stone. Next to this parentheses, record the difficulty level of this skill test. Well, that's intriguing. I want to know why we wrote the difficulty level down. I think we did something like that in one of the return to boxes as well. Quick study. Oh, we only have 1 level 1 card. Place 1 of your clues on your location and exhaust quick study. You get +3 for the skill test. Beautiful. You can easily get that clue back as a seeker. Otherworldly Compass. Gosh, it's so good. The art is so good. We can exhaust this. Investigate. Your location gets -X Shroud, where X is the number of revealed locations connected to your location. Whoa. This is an asset. I guess like my only concern with that is that how frequently are you triggering that or needing to trigger that as a seeker, as a level 2 seeker. Now, if you're running something that can take up to level 2s, like seeker cards, that gets a little bit more interesting, but it's like you get -4, you're going to succeed. But there are cards that take into account how much you succeed by. So that could be the play there. We got Feed the Mind. Feed the Mind. Uses 3 secrets. Exhaust. Feed the Mind. Spend a secret to test book 0. For each point you succeed by, draw 1 card. Then take 1 horror for each card in your hand in excess of your maximum hand. I love it. Don't tempt me, Frodo. Scarlet Keys has a lot of clue dropping cards that synergize with the quick study. Place 1 of your clue. So, Scarlet Keys has a lot of clue dropping cards. Isn't quick, or like they trigger off of dropping clues, or they also drop clues to do stuff? Because what I remember is that there are cards that press pass, for instance. Press pass, press pass. I was looking for red cards. I don't know why I was looking at red cards. Press pass. After you spend one or more clues or place one or more clues on your location. Oh, exhaust press pass. You may take an additional action during your turn. Oh, okay. Okay. That's really interesting. That seems like a really fun strategy or a really fun way to play the. That's cool. Hmm. And Daryl can take those cards. I'm very much leaning Daryl because that sounds really interesting. It also kind of shores up. Well, I guess Flynn has a pretty decent book score, and he can take Seeker or Survivor cards as well. He has access to level 2 Seekers. Okay, I'm leaning Finn, or I'm sorry, Daryl, because that just seems really cool. That seems like really like puzzly to me, and I'm all about those kind of sequence plays. I like it. Cool, 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 cool. We got expose weakness. We got a fast play only during any fast player window. Choose an enemy at your location. Test book X where X is that enemy's fight value. If you succeed, treat it as if it were 0 for the next attack and draw a card. It's nice that it's fast and you get to draw a card. Like you just get moving. He's super puzzly. Okay, cool, cool. And for my little brain, how complex is the Forgotten Age? Like I've heard that it's challenging, but how complex is it? Maddie resubscribed for 1 month, 18 months. How insane! How insane! Dang, when was the last time we had Arkham on this channel? It's been a while. It's been a while. I took the summer off just with all the travel. It's a little bit harder to break up Arkham than it is some of the other stuff, and so I wanted to. I was just traveling so much. But thank you for the sub. I appreciate you. Alrighty. We got Ancient Stone. Researched. Uses X secrets where X is the number of parentheses. Oh, okay. So that's why that's interesting. Okay. So the success here dictates how much you get in uses. When you draw any number of cards, spend that many secrets, deal that much damage to an enemy at your location. Seems good. So usually we get a couple of options here. Ancient Stone here, researched. This is Minds in Harmony. The last one was Knowledge of the Elders. Minds in Harmony. When you draw any number of cards, spend that many secrets, heal that much horror from a card at your location. That, he's very, it's very punitive with damage and horror and traumas, but it's not that complicated. Okay, cool. Yeah, then I think I'm leaning Daryl because that sounds cool. Maddie, I think it's a general rule. Arkham campaigns get more complex as the cycles went on, so expect something a little trickier than Carcosa, which itself is more complex than Dunwich. Okay, that's a good way to look at it. Maddie, have you played the Forgotten Age yet? I do think after the Forgotten Age, I'm gonna go back and replay Carcosa because I had so much fun with Carcosa, and I just died, which was sad. I don't recommend dying in Carcosa, but are driven insane. Narcotic manuscripts. Used as 3 secrets when an investigator at your location will perform a skill test during a revelation effect. Spend 1 secret. Do not reveal chaos tokens for that test. Whoa, okay, spend a secret, choose an investigator at your location. Do not reveal chaos tokens for the next skill test that investigator performs this round. That's cool. That's cool. That's really, really interesting right there. No, I haven't, but I heard the horror story. Nice. Nice. Forgotten Age is the galaxy's most wanted equivalent for Arkham. Oh, good. I'm so glad that I'm getting myself into this. Does it at least have a good story? We are playing the Return 2, which I which was a recommendation to do that so that we get a um it makes it a little bit easier is what I've heard. You heard that comparison somewhere before? Yeah. Nice. The story is great. Okay, cool. Yeah, I love the like theme and the area and the setting of the campaign with like the in the jungle. I think that's really cool. Just think of it as Indiana Jones mix up. The story allies are the best. Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. I'm pumped. This is a good day. Mist of Rala. Uses 4 charges, spend 1 charge, evade. Evade's important here. This evasion attempt uses brain instead of feet. If you succeed after evading the chosen enemy, you can move to a connecting location. If a bad symbol is revealed, choose and discard a card from your hand. I like the mystics. I like how they have these if you reveal a bad symbol. I think that's a cool way to play the game. The Cthulian Stone. Seal one of the bad symbols. After you reveal a autofill symbol, return this to your hand. Okay. Nice. Evade and movement are key to this campaign. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going heavy evade. Like we got Finn, and we'll go. Is Daryl a heavy evader? The only thing I will note about, without spoiling anything, is that evasion is now kind of important after being a meme for 2 boxes. Perfect. Arcane Research. When you purchase Arcane Research, suffer 1 mental trauma. There you go. After each scenario of a campaign, reduce the experience cost of the first spell card you upgrade before the next scenario by 1. I mean, usually our nice mystics have a lot of mental trauma to pass out. Daryl can be an innovator. Sweet. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I mean, yeah. That's interesting. I like these permanent cards. I like these permanent cards that just can vastly change how you deck build for a specific investigator. Because any, I guess, mystic investigator can take this card. But a mystic, I'm trying to think of a mystic off the top of my head and I can't. But like a mystic that is Jacqueline is running Arcane Research looks different than a Jacqueline not running Arcane Research. And I think it's just a really cool way to add variability to investigator builds that we don't really see a lot in the other 2 LCGs. I guess we have like the contracts in Lord of the Rings, which is kind of similar where it affects your deck building. That would probably be the closest, but we don't have anything like that in Marvel. I think Lucas said, I should take the lead in helping you this campaign since I have no experience with this box. Perfect, yeah. We have Olive McBride. We'll try anything once. I like the little like flavor text. I don't know if I've just never noticed that on other cards, but when you would reveal a chaos token, exhaust Olive McBride. Reveal 3 chaos tokens instead of 1. Choose 2 of those tokens to resolve and ignore the other. That feels like it could be really, really horrible. I will let you traumatize yourself. Perfect. That's all I ask. She's interesting. She's interesting. Also, something that I've noticed in this box after we've kind of gone through, I guess, two of the classes is usually in the boxes we have cards that upgrade into each other. Like you have the same name card in level 0, 1, 3, 5. But I don't think we've seen that in this box yet. There's like the research stuff, which you can upgrade into, but it's not the same named card, which is kind of interesting. Dark Prophecy, fast. Play when you reveal a chaos token. I feel like I've seen this card before. Do I have this card already? From Jacqueline's? Reveal 5 chaos tokens instead of 1. Choose one of those chaos tokens with a bad symbol to resolve and ignore the rest. It came with the Jacqueline deck? Okay. I was like, wait a second. This looks really familiar. We got Premonition. Fast play during any fast player window. Put premonition into play, reveal a random chaos token from the chaos bag, and seal it on premonition. When a chaos token would be revealed from the chaos bag, resolve the token here as if it was just revealed from the chaos bag instead, then discard it. I like that. That's really interesting because when I was first initially reading it, I was a little worried that it's like, well, what if I grab a good token, right? I don't want to seal that. I don't want to remove my star, my +1 from the deck, but then you get to choose when you use that, which is, oh, this is forced though. Never mind. I don't think I like that. I don't like that it's forced. If you could choose, maybe there's an upgraded version where you get to choose, but if it wasn't forced, this card is great with Jacqueline Premonition. Oh, because you get to choose multiple different ones. That's true. That's really true. You can take more tokens. That's cool. And choose. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, that's a fun interaction. I had so much fun playing Jacqueline. I thought that she was a ton of fun. Enraptured. If this skill test is performed during an investigation, place 1 charge on a secret or asset you control. Beautiful. Lucas, who is your favorite investigator? If that's a fair question to ask. We got Protective Incantation. Group limit 2 copies in play. Seal anything except for the auto fail at the end of your turn. You must either spend 1 resource or discard Protective Incantation. That's cool. I like that. That's fun. Amanda Sharp, because I love playing with skills. When did she come into the picture? What box was she in? Because the only skill was Windy, right? Windy is all about skills, I think. Sacrifice, discard a mystic asset you control, and draw 3 cards or gain 3 resources or any combination thereof. I'll take it. Especially because your assets don't discard. She came with the Innsmouth Conspiracy. Okay, that's why I don't know her. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I think skills are a really cool design space for the game. That they've done some really interesting ways to manipulate the skills. I think that's a cool way to do it. Stella is your second. I love failing and winning. Nice. Fellas, are we deck building today or only we're gonna do this deck build, play the first scenario. That's the plan for today. You gotta come back to Arkham with a big roar. We got Recall the Future. When a skill test you are performing begins, if Recall the Future is ready, name a Chaos token. If the named Chaos token is revealed during the skill test, exhaust this, and then you get +2 value for the skill test. I assume that interacts with some of these other cards, the way that it's worded. Sick. Yeah. Hopefully not. I was sleeving some cards because I have it all ready. So like I got like the scenario set up, so it's not going to be too much of a delay in between that. Because I just went ahead and opened all that stuff. But I saw like some poison stuff, so I hope I don't get sick. Counterspell, play when... Counterspell. That's cool art. That's really, really cool art. Play when a bad token is revealed during a skill test. Cancel that chaos token. Do not reveal another one. Alrighty. Not on my watch. Defiance. Ignore the effects of all of the bad token symbols during this test. No. I was hoping that the no, so the flavor text no, I was hoping that the no was on Counterspell. I was expecting to see it there, but I'm glad that we got to see it somewhere. Okay. Crystalline Elder Sign. Seal a +1 or a star. You get +1 to all your stats. Okay. I think that's worth it. You do the +1, right? Yeah, you seal the +1. I mean, it messes with your other teammates, but you seal the +1 and you effectively get +1 for every skill test going forward. You still reveal another chaos token, but it takes the next slot, and I think that there are some coveted next slots in Mystic. Shards of the Void. Seal 0 uses 3 charges. Spend 1 charge or release a chaos token sealed here. Fight It uses brain instead of fist and deals +1 damage. You get +2 brain for the attack for each 0 token sealed on Shard of the Void. For each 0 token revealed during this attack, seal that token on. Oh, that's a fun card. That's a fun card. That's fun. Every man for himself. Yeah, exactly. That's already worth it just for messing with your team. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, even if you don't get the benefit, you just... If Crystalline Elder Sign read seal +1 or the star, and that's it, I would still probably run it. I'd bring that to a friendly game. Okay, here's an upgrade here. We got Mist. We got a level 4 Mist. 5 charges. Spend 1 charge evade. You get brain instead of feet +3. If you succeed, move to a connecting location. Bad token. Discard a card from your hand. Okay, so it's +3. Yeah, so it's a +3. That's nice. And then our level 5, we got Seal of the 7th Sign. Sick art. These two art pieces are similar to me. I find parallels there. Seal, the auto fail token, uses 7 charges. If Seal of 7th Sign has no charges, or if it leaves play, remove it from the game. Forced, after a bad token is revealed during a skill test, remove 1 charge from Seal of the 7th Sign. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty cool. Any skill test, so it has to be... I feel like that could go really quickly. Like Scarlet Keys, our deck was loaded down with some crazy like number of symbols, and so I feel like that could be really, really, really detrimental. Alrighty, we got neutral cards. Nah, we'll do neutral cards last. Let's do rogue cards because okay, let's do this. Let's do rogue cards, and then we'll take a look at the survivor. What investigator we're going to go with survivor. I'm leaning towards Daryl, but then I can have that just kind of in my mind as I'm going through. But if we're looking at Finn, let's reread Finn. It's a 1/4/3/4. You can take an additional action during your turn, which can only be used to evade. Cool. +1 for each exhausted enemy in play if you succeed by 2 or more. Then he can use illicit cards, but only rogue cards levels 0 to 3. Which I think is a little sad, because isn't there like a super crazy level 5 ally for illicit stuff? Got Decorated Skull. I've seen this card in my campaign before. After an investigator, ally, asset, or enemy at your location is defeated, place 1 resource from the token bank on it, spend 1 charge, draw 1 card, and gain 1 resource. I hope that you only trigger that when allies or enemies are destroyed. I do find it funny that this is like takes up a neck slot, so the implication here is that you're wearing this, not holding this. It's a little creepy, if you ask me. Got Eavesdrop. Insight trick. Choose an unengaged enemy at your location. Test Book X, where X is the evade value of the chosen enemy. If you succeed, discover 2 clues at your location. So if we are running Daryl, we still want to be able to grab some clues, but if Daryl can kind of lean into the seeker route, I'm wondering if we look for other things and make Finn our main fighter. You handle this one. Is that like a... Yeah, that's like a big monster out in the background. Fast. Play after you draw a non-peril encounter card. But before resolving that card effects, choose another investigator. That investigator is considered to have drawn that encounter card. Instead, gain 1 resource. That's really funny. I love that like mystics have it. That's perfect for low willpower stats rogue. That's very true. Yeah, with the 1. That's really, really true. I may take it. I like it. I just think it's hilarious that like mystics have ones that can take, like they can resolve the encounter card, and then rogues are just like, no, you resolve the encounter card. Okay, you handle this is really interesting. especially for Fen. I'm gonna just start stacking some cards that I like over here. We got the Lucky Cigarette Case. After you succeed at a skill test by 2 or more, exhaust this and draw a card. Is this in the... I feel like I've seen this. Is this in the core? I believe small-brained individuals is the more... Yes. Ooh. Hatchet Man. What a brutal artwork. This skill test is successful during an evasion attempt. The next time the evaded enemy takes damage this turn, deal 1 additional damage. That's cool. Slip Away. I've seen this card before. Evade. Add your book to your skill value for this evasion attempt, which is going to be really nice for Finn because he has a 4 and 4. If you succeed by 2 or more, the evaded enemy is non-elite. It does not ready during the next upkeep phase. Like that. Colt Vest Pocket. This is illicit. Also, our Lucky Cigarette Case is illicit. I don't think it really matters. Yeah, it doesn't matter because he can take these cards regardless. So, Colt Vest Pocket. Uses 5 ammo. Spend 1 ammo. You get +1. Oh, and this is the one where you discard. This is this. I think the upgraded version came in the return to box. Coup de Grace. Deal 1 damage to an enemy at your location. If this effect defeats that enemy, draw a card. If it is your turn, end your turn. This action does not provoke attacks of opportunity. There you go. Treasure Hunter. You get +1 book. At the end of the upkeep phase, you must either pay 1 resource or discard Treasure Hunter. Ah, he's just in it for the money. He's just in it for the money. I feel like Treasure Hunter, I would have expected him to interact with items or something. I guess you get +1 book, so you are investigating. That makes sense. Fence. You just have a fence. I'm bringing along my Colt Vest Pocket. I'm bringing along my magical spells. I'm bringing along this fence. So Fence. When you play an illicit card during your turn, exhaust Fence. The illicit card gains fast. If it was already fast, reduce it. That's cool. Oh, Fence like Fence like sell. Okay, no, I was thinking of like chain link fence. That's not what we were going for here. That's cool. This feels like it's gonna go with Fen. It's a level 1 card. We can't take it at deck building. Fence is perfect for Fen. Yeah, I mean the synergy is right there. I'm really excited for all this illicit stuff. It seems like it has some really cool synergies. Payday. Gain 1 resource for each action you have performed this turn, including this one. If it's your turn, end your turn. Oh, because you can take more than 3 actions, which is nice, which is where that gets good. I was like, emergency cash? Scarlet Keys has a lot of illicit cards too. Nice. Yeah, so I have access to Core, Dunwich, Carcosa, Forgotten Age, Edge of the Earth, and Scarlet Keys. So those are the player cards that I have right now. So I don't have anything outside of that. Legit only just realized that the fence is mid-selling. Yeah. I was like, I don't get this card. I was like, oh. That makes more sense. Winfred too. Okay, I also have all the starter decks. Yeah, I have all the starter decks. High Roller. Spend 3 resources and exhaust High Roller. You get +2 skill value for this test. If you succeed, gain 3. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Okay. Alrighty. The Skeleton Key, exceptional fast. So this is actually going to take 4 experience to buy, but Finn can still grab it. The Skeleton Key is in your play area. Attach it to your location. If it's already attached to your location, detach it and return it to your play area instead. Set the attached location shroud to 1. Interesting. Cool. Interesting. Okay. Lola. You have +1 book, +1 feat. Exhaust Lola. Spend X resources. Discover 1 clue at your location. X is the shroud value of your location. Big Money Rogue coming in hot. We're playing like the illicit rogue, and I I'm not going to speak intelligently to the different archetypes that you can play in this game, but we've played like we're playing the illicit rogue with Finn. Then we have played a seeker with Monterey Jack. But like I also want to play that high roller rogue. I think that'd be fun. Just like a lot of money rogue. We got Borrow Time. This is exceptional. It costs 6 to buy. Place 1 resource on Borrow Time as a click to a maximum of 3 clicks. Does not provoke attacks of opportunity. When your turn begins, move all clicks from Borrow Time. You can take that many additional actions this current turn. That's cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. Big Money Ginny or Bob is super fun. I know Ginny. I'm not familiar with Bob. I may actually have seen him. He doesn't spark any knowledge in my mind. We don't have any level 4 cards for the Seeker, which is interesting. All in level 5. A level 5 skill card is an investment. It's an investment. This test is successful. Draw 1 card for each point you succeeded by to a maximum of 5. Shuffle each weakness drawn by this effect back in your deck without resolving it. Nice. That's cool. Bob came with Edge of the Earth. He starts Survivor and turn. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was the whole gimmick in Edge of the Earth. That was cool. I'm surprised the skeleton key isn't illicit. Like, I guess. Yeah. Interesting. Cool. Let's take a look at this Survivor. I think I am going to just go towards Daryl. I'm going to read Wendy, though, just because I'm curious. It's happening. Okay, so Stella, we've already played Ashcan. Wendy. So Wendy is when you would reveal a Chaos token, choose and discard 1 card from your hand, cancel the Chaos token, and return it to the bag. Reveal a new Chaos token. Okay. And Wendy's Amulet is you may play the topmost event in your discard pile as if it was in your hand. Oh, that's kind of cool. Wendy can maybe take some Finn Rogue cards. Go to your home. Survivor cards, Rogue cards level 0 to 2. Because of the taking 2 level Rogue cards. She can take some Finn Rogue cards. So cards that help Finn out or. Then we've got Daryl Simmons. Yes, got it. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, there's Bob. Daryl Simmons. You begin the game with Daryl's Kodak in play. During a skill test at your location, spend 1 evidence from an asset you control. Reduce the difficulty of this test by 2. Limit once per phase. He's a 2/5/2/3. Nice. Daryl's Kodak is after an enemy or a treachery card enters play, exhaust, place 1 resource from the token pool on that treachery as evidence. After you discover any number of clues, move that many evidence on enemies or treacheries at that location to Daryl's Kodak. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Daryl. Daryl seems like really fun. I'll play Wendy eventually. Okay. Now let's look at our rogue cards. I can't believe he has a 5 book. That's cool. Ashcan has Duke while Daryl has Kodak. Is Kodak the bear from Brother Bear? Is that the bear's name? That'll be fun. That'll just be a lot of fun. I like how we have a combined brain score of 3. So that'll probably kill us. But that's fun. Improvised weapon. You may play improvised weapon from your discard pile. If you do, shuffle it into your deck after resolving its effect. The attacked enemy gets -1 fight for this attack. If you played improvised weapon from your discard pile, this attack deals +1 damage. Cool. Daryl's the best seeker non-seeker. Yeah. Oh, what is Daryl's deck building requirements? Survivors level 0 to 5, seeker to level 0 to 2. Okay. Cool. So when you all are building decks, do you look at do you draw your basic weakness first, or you do it after you build your deck? Maddie, high agility and high intellect go hand in hand like peanut butter and jelly. Survivor has a lot of tools to discard cards and play them from the discard. That's pretty fun. That's pretty fun. Dumb luck. Fast. Play after you fail a skill test by 2 or less during an evasion attempt against a non-elite enemy. Place that enemy on top of the encounter deck. That could work for this campaign. If we're going to be doing a lot of evasions, I feel like dumb luck could be a key to that. Domino. Survivor's the domino equivalent almost. Nice. I'm so here for it. Perseverance. Fast. Play when you are assigned damage and or horror that would defeat you. Yikes. Cancel up to 4 of that damage and or horror. I hope it's a card that you hope you never need, and a card you're happy to have. I tend to draw your random weakness after the deck is built because I like to be a surprise rather than knowing beforehand and deck building against it. Cool. We got last chance. Commit only to a skill test. Oh my gosh. 5 wilds. Commit only to a skill test with no other cards committed to it. Other cards cannot be committed to that skill test. Loses 1 one question mark for each card in your hand. That's funny. I tend to draw last. Sweet. Perfect. I like it. Live and learn. Fast. Play after a skill test you failed ends and after resolving all effects from the failed skill test. Attempt the test again. You get +2 skill value for this test. Cool. I like all these like redos. No. Perfect card for Stella. I don't remember who Stella is. Why is it a perfect card for Stella? We got Winging It. You may play Winging It from your discard pile. If you do, shuffle it into your deck after resolving its effect. Investigate. Your location gets -1 shroud from this investigation. If you played it from your discard pile, discover 1 additional clue if you succeed. I feel like that's going to be a good card for Daryl. Is that my tracking? Winging It makes a pretty good card for Daryl if he's going to be our seeker. Or he's going to be our clue finder. Because when she fails, she get a 4. Oh! That's cool. That's really fun. Not that character. A street card name design. Impromptu barrier. This is the real fence, not the selling fence. You may play impromptu barrier from your discard pile. If you do, shuffle it into your deck after resolving its effect. Evade. The chosen enemy gets -1 evade for the evasion attempt. If you played it from your discard pile, you may evade an additional enemy at the same location with evade X or lower. X is the amount you succeeded by. Stunning blow. Dude, this little lizard is jacked. He's got some muscles. This skill test. I'm sorry, I just read the the flavor text. Thud. If this skill test is successful during an attack, automatically evade the attacked enemy. Nice. Thud. Stunning blow is a great card for fighter Finn. Nice. Finn deals with the skill cards. Yeah. Take heart. You may commit take heart to any type of test. This test fails, the performing investigator draws 2 cards and gains 2 resources. Survivors are the coolest class. Survivors just have the coolest interactions with the game. Yaddle. This is Exhaustion. During the skill test, you get a bonus to each skill equal to the number of matching skill icons on the top card of your discard pile. Yes, this feels domino. Discard the top card of your deck, limit once per game. Interesting. Okay. He seems kind of fun. Try and try again. We've seen this one before. I think this came in the somebody's Stella's card. Comes in with 3 tries. If try and try again has no tries, we have to discard it. After a skill test is failed, if a skill card you own is committed to that test, exhaust try and try again. Spend 1 resource, spend 1 try, return that skill card to your hand. That's a cool card. That's just a good card. Got Cornered. This dude is like 8. That's terrifying. Cornered. Discard 1 card from your hand. You get +2 skill value for this test. Limit 1 per test. Feel like someone who wants to take all those drawing secret cards could like that. So that could be actually an interesting way to play Daryl, because he has access to Cornered and all the secret cards, where you can just draw a ton of cards and kind of build into the synergy of that. You can discard Winging It and the other cards. That's sick. That's really cool. I like that. That's really fun synergy. I don't know why I didn't like just pick up on that, but very, very cool stuff. I just like the art for Stunning Blow. Yeah, the art is really cool. You got Against All Odds. I love this art. This is the art on the cover of Eldritch Horror, I believe. Against All Odds. Fast. Play when you perform a skill test with a difficulty higher than your base skill value. Reveal X additional chaos tokens for this skill test. Choose 1 to resolve and ignore the rest. X is the difference between the test difficulty and your base skill value. Okay. Interesting. That's cool. Great card for Calvin. Yeah. 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 Or Charlie. I love Charlie. I love Charlie so much. Charlie is so cool. On your own, limit 1 per investigator. Discard on your own if you control an asset that takes up an ally slot. When you play a survivor event, exhaust on your own, reduce that event's cost by 2. That seems pretty decent. That seems pretty good. Got an old hunting rifle. Item, weapon, firearm. Spend 1 ammo. Fight +3 fight. Deal +2 damage for the attack. If a skull or a bad symbol is revealed, the rifle jams. The attack automatically fails before you can activate the ability again. You must perform the following ability. You clear the jam. I like the idea of that. It's interesting. It's interesting that it like there's not a good way to mark that it's jammed, that you've done that action. Like usually it's like exhaust and it doesn't unexhaust until you perform the action or something. But hey, there's Static Noise. It's Arkham time. Yes, it is. It's a good day. It is a good day. Are you jumping on the Final Girl Kickstarter? Absolutely, I am, B Snow. I haven't even looked at it, but I know I'm going to get in. We've got... Oh, okay, so we're only going up to level 3 on the Survivor cards, which there are not a ton of higher level cards in Survivor, are there? But this is fast. Play during any fast player window. Choose and discard from play any non-weakness treachery that is not attached to an elite enemy. Very, very, very specific. Got Psylocke and Angel on Monday. Oh, sweet. Which one are you preferring? Are you having more fun with? I'm waiting to go all in, but money. Yeah, money gets in the way. I'm telling you. Money gets in the way. Alrighty, we're going to look at our basic cards. Get some weaknesses. I'm going to just go ahead and throw these in sleeves. Where did I put my sleeves? Throw these in sleeves. And then we're going to shuffle them in with all my other sleeves. Psylocke right now, going to play around with Angel this weekend. Nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward. We're going to be streaming both of those unboxings as well as first plays tomorrow at 1. So same time that this stream started. and I'm pumped because I think I'm more excited for Psylocke. I think Angel's going to be stronger, but Psylocke just seems really like the puzzle, right? Like it's figuring out how and when to flip your knives to katanas, having all those on the table. It's going to be really interesting. So cool. We got All America Rejects on. I'm down. I'm jamming. You'll definitely be here for that? Sick. Yeah. 1 o'clock tomorrow. 1 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. I got Backpack. After a Backpack enters play, search the top 6 cards of your deck for 3 non-weakness item or supply cards and attach them face down to Backpack. Cards attached to Backpack may be played as if they were in your hand. If there are no cards attached to Backpack, discard it. Interesting. B. Holland. Hey, how's it going? There are only a few Survivor cards higher than 3 XP. Their shtick is low XP cards with Exile. Oh, okay. Okay. I see that. There's a mini campaign weakness in this campaign with Doomed, Accursed, The Fate, and Bell Tolls. There's a mini campaign weakness in this campaign with Doomed, Accursed, Fate, and Bell Tolls. Ugh. Trench Tote. You get +1 feet during evasion attempts. That seems pretty decent. The Thermos. Basic weakness. Oh. Oh. Ugh. Uses 3 supplies. Spend 1 supply. Exhaust Thermos. Heal 1 damage from Investigator at your location. 2 if they have 2 or more physical trauma. Spend 1 supply. Exhaust Thermos. 1 horror. Okay. That's a fairly expensive card at 4. But we got the Ordinate Bow. That's really pretty. That's really, really pretty. It has 1 ammo. Limit 1 ammo counter on Ornate Bow. Spend 1 ammo. Fight. It uses feet instead of fist. You get +2 and deal +2 damage for the attack. As a action, you knock another arrow. Place 1 ammo on Ornate. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's interesting. Backpack 2 is way better. 1 cost, search 12, but it came in Return to the Forgotten Age. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have that then. Because we are actually playing Return to the Forgotten Age. Yeah. Okay, there you go. After Backpack enters play, search out 12 cards to your deck. Yeah, that's cool. We got Hemispheric Map. While your current location is connected to at least 2 other locations, you get +1 brain, +1 book. While your current location is connected to at least 4, you get an additional 1. Interesting. That's cool. Then the last card out of this new player box, Time Worn Brand. If Time Worn Brand is ready, fight. You get +2 fist for this fight and deal +1 damage. We can exhaust Time Worn Brand to fight. Add your brain to your skill value for this attack. It deals +3 damage. This attack defeats an enemy. Elite enemy draw 3 cards, max 1 per game. That seems cool. That seems really interesting. Wait, are we going Return or OG? We're going Return 2. We're going to be playing the Return 2 because I've heard that the OG is very, very difficult, and I got the recommendations to play the Return 2 instead. So I unboxed the Return 2 earlier this week because I didn't actually. I literally got these cards today. And so that's why I had to push the stream back is my local game store ordered the cards and they came in later yesterday. Oh my goodness. Okay. Woo. Alrighty. We got a lot of cool new cards. That's a good number of new toys to play with. These boxes I think provide just a lot of really cool value. But yeah, let's dive into deck building. Are you gonna see the new basic weakness? I can. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got the bell tolls. The hour of your demise has arrived. You are killed. That sounds awful. Why would you want that? That just isn't fun. Like, the bell tolls is the last one. Okay. I was like, You just draw that turn 1 and like, okay, you're dead now. Like, ah. Dark Pack, campaign mode only. Deal 2 damage to an investigator at your location. When the game ends or you're eliminated, if Dark Pack is still in your hand, remove Dark Pack and search your collection for a Price of Failure and add it to your deck. The Price of Failure, take 2 damage and 2 horror. Place 1 doom on the current agenda. This effect can cause it to advance. Remove the Price of Failure from your deck. Search the collection for Dark Pack and place it in your discard pile. Okay, so those just go back and forth. That's annoying. It begins with Doomed. Okay. We got... So I'm actually going to take these out of sleeves so I don't actually randomly pick them. Doomed. Campaign. Take 1 horror in your campaign log under your investigator earned story assets. Record that the Doom approaches. If this was already recorded, move Doomed from your deck. Search the collection for a Cursed Fate and place it on the bottom of your deck. A Cursed Fate? These are awful. Take 2 horror in your campaign log under your investigator's earned story assets weakness. Record that the hour is nigh. This is already recorded. Remove the Cursed Fate from your deck and search the collection for the Bell Tolls. Place it on the bottom of your deck. Bell Tolls, you were killed. You have to hit it twice, right? So, like, that's rough. That's rough. I thought that this just started out. That's funny. Those are really interesting. Yeah, so it's like you probably are not hitting them on the same game, right? So it's 2, 4, 5 games. You just have to not draw the cards. Oh, that sounds horrible. Yeah, only Doomed and Dark Pack are basic weakness. The rest are set aside for the campaign. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's awful with the investigators who draw a lot. Right? Let's draw all the cards. No, don't do that. Because there's another one like that, right? Yeah. Offer you cannot refuse. Where you have to pay resources. And if you don't, then you add fine print. And then if you lose 7, lose 10 if you cannot. Your Dark Patron carries your consciousness from your body and you're driven insane. Cool. That's always fun. Sweet. Awesome. Cool. A lot of really good stuff in that box. That's really fun. That's really, really cool. Alrighty, I'm going to go to the Be Right Back and clean up just a little bit. We're going to come back. We're going to build some new decks and then dive into the Forgotten Age and hopefully not die too quickly. Alrighty, I'll see you all soon.